So in this video here, we're going to talk about like how we can do freelance work. I'm going to talk about like how we can build a portfolio, how we can set it up, how we can get more engagement and basically get into freelance work. Then in the next couple of videos, we're going to talk about like how to set the pricing, some rules, taxes, advantages of freelance work. Also, we're going to discuss some of the benefits and also some of the disadvantages of being an employee and also doing like freelance work. You can also do it on the sideline besides having a full-time position. But in my opinion, if you have the skills, like if you're working in a full-time position, you should actually be able to do it freelance instead. So it really depends on if you want to be an employee or if you want to do like freelance work, if you want to be more independent and also have more freedom and control over your own time and also the different kind of like projects that you're working on. So there's a lot of advantages with freelance work, but how to get started, it really depends on your specific use case. But again, the most important thing is actually like build a personal brand, get out there, get some exposure here and there, basically try to build like an audience, build like a personal brand so people will actually like be aware that you exist. Because again, as we've been talking about like throughout this course, if you're not out there, if you're not building like your personal brand, it doesn't matter like how smart you are, like how many skills you have. If no one knows who you are, it doesn't really matter at all. And that's why it's so good to build a personal brand together with doing freelance work, and it doesn't really require that much. So there's a lot of resources, there's a lot of platforms where you can actually like get started with freelance work. Some of the easier ones is basically go to like something called Fiverr and also Upwork, where you can basically just specify the area that you want to do freelance work within. You can specify your price, then people can go in and actually like just get the freelance work for you, pay for the freelance work throughout the platform as well. Again, it also depends on your personal brand. You will also need to scale your business and like your freelance business inside of the Upwork or Fiverr platform. But then again, everything is in there. You can basically just be out there. People can hire you to do freelance work projects and so on. You will get ratings depending on the type of work that you have done, how fast you do it, and also the quality of your work. And then that will just scale over time as well. So that is a really good resource. You should definitely do that. You should just have it even though you use other platforms as well. Again, the more platforms, the more exposure, the more people are familiar with you, and the more the world acts like knows of you, or different kind of like resources and platforms that people can find you from, the better. So yeah, you can also build like a YouTube channel that we've been talking about throughout this course. YouTube, blog post. You can also like grow your own LinkedIn profile. So that is actually like really good for freelance work, and that is where I get the most freelance work from, is actually like LinkedIn and also my YouTube channel. So being out there, being inside the algorithms will promote your work. So when I'm doing YouTube videos on my channel, like people, when they have problems, when they're looking for solutions for a specific project that they're trying to do, or just looking up, doing some research for projects, they go to YouTube, search for the problems, what they're trying to do. I will come up at the top because I have my YouTube videos out there. I have my GitHub channel. Again, YouTube works together with Google, so even if people search on Google, I will get at the top of the Google. If people want to like solve a specific problem, it could be like point cloud processing, different kind of like cameras. It could be camera calibration, basically just computer vision and deep learning AI in general. And then people will reach out to me through email. So most of my work that I do, like I get so many offers in my inbox that I don't really have to like get out there. I don't even like really have build a portfolio on Fiverr or Upwork. I just have like accounts in there just in case that people like reach out to me through there, but they don't really do that. Most of my traffic comes from YouTube and also my LinkedIn. So that's mainly also what I'm focusing on, because there's a lot of competition on Fiverr and Upwork. Most freelancers are in there. There's not a lot of freelancers on YouTube. And also just like building your own portfolio, you can also reach out to people or companies. So one of the other good tips that I have is that you can basically just go to LinkedIn. You can see the companies, what roles, what positions are they searching for, or have open positions for. Then you can actually like maybe go in, okay, they're searching or like they're looking for a full-time employee, part-time employee, maybe also some contract-based work. But then again, you can directly see what the companies actually like need, or like what they're hiring for. You can reach out to them, tell them I'm doing freelance work. I can see you have this position open. I can do this job here. We can do a freelance-based project. You can get these benefits. You mentioned your portfolio. Maybe show some examples and so on. Just make sure that you keep it short. You can also reach out to them. So again, if you don't need to like reach out to people, you will have to like build like either like a YouTube blog post, have a pretty large like LinkedIn profile. In that case, people will actually like come to you, but in the start, you will have to reach out to people if you're starting out with doing freelance work. So you don't really need, like, if you're just building a personal brand, let's say that you have a full-time position or studying, you can just you can basically just focus on building your personal brand, keep growing that, and then at the end, people will like reach out to you. If you want to start with freelance work, you will of course need to reach out to people, build a portfolio to start with, reach out to people, and then over time, people will start to come to you instead of you reaching out to them. And then at that point, you can also increase your prices because, again, as we're going to talk about in the next video, the pricing is a very important factor. And that is also one of the advantages over being an employee. Because if you have a personal brand, if you have a scale personal brand, then at the end, you'll get so many offers that you can increase your prices. And I have been doing that over the last 1 to 2 years. So my prices have actually like significantly increased over the number of years. And I'm making like a lot of money now compared to if I just had like a full-time position. Because like if I have a full-time position, okay, I have some time on the sideline. I have a lot of people reaching out to me. I can basically just like keep increasing the price until people don't send me offers anymore. But they will. Like, I'll make a lot compared to if I was just like an employee. So the more freelance work I do, I also grow my network. So all these things that basically just accumulate up in your personal brand. So definitely do it. We're going to talk about freelance work, how you can get started. And this was basically just like how this combines with building a personal brand.